Imagine representing your country at the FIFA World Cup. You've traveled thousands of miles to compete on football's biggest stage. You're staying in luxury hotels. You're surrounded by world-class facilities. And yet, when it's time to eat, your team refuses to trust the local food. Instead, they bring their own chefs, their own ingredients, and even traditional meals from home. In fact, reports around the 2026 FIFA World Cup preparations indicate that Norway's national team plans to bring Norwegian chefs and familiar food to the United States to maintain strict nutrition and avoid digestive disruptions. But why would elite athletes go to such extremes? And what does this reveal about one of the most fascinating supply chains in sports? For elite footballers, food isn't just about taste, it's fuel. During a match, players can burn more than 1,500 calories. Recovery between games is equally important. Muscles need protein. Energy stores need carbohydrates. Hydration levels must remain perfect. Even small nutritional mistakes can affect performance. At the World Cup, where every game matters, teams leave nothing to chance. And that starts with controlling what goes onto a player's plate. There's nothing wrong with local food. But when players travel across continents, their bodies encounter new ingredients, spices, and preparation methods. A dish that feels normal to local residents may be unfamiliar to visiting athletes. Even mild digestive discomfort can impact sleep, hydration, recovery, energy levels, and food poisoning. That could destroy an entire tournament. That's why many national teams prefer consistency over experimentation.
They don't want surprises.
They want predictability. Reports surrounding Norway's World Cup preparations have highlighted an interesting strategy. The team intends to bring chefs and traditional Norwegian foods to the United States. The goal isn't to reject American cuisine. It's about maintaining familiar diets and minimizing digestive disruptions. Players spend months training under carefully designed nutrition plans. Changing those plans during the biggest tournament in football simply introduces unnecessary risk. By bringing trusted chefs and ingredients, teams create a home environment, even when competing thousands of miles away. Behind every meal lies an invisible supply chain. Teams work with nutritionists, chefs, and suppliers months before tournaments begin. Ingredients are sourced carefully. Special foods may be imported. Cold chain logistics ensure products remain fresh. Hotels coordinate storage and preparation facilities. Everything is planned. Because if a single ingredient is unavailable, it could affect meal plans for dozens of athletes. This level of precision is more similar to a pharmaceutical supply chain than an ordinary restaurant. What players eat matters, but when they eat matters too. Breakfast, pre-training snacks, recovery drinks, post-match meals, late-night protein intake. Everything follows a schedule. Nutrition teams align meal times with training sessions, match kickoffs, recovery periods, travel schedules. The objective is simple: ensure players perform at their physical peak when the referee blows the whistle. Norway isn't unique. Many elite teams bring their own chefs and support staff to major tournaments. Olympic athletes do it. Formula One teams do it. Professional cycling teams do it. Even top European clubs maintain strict nutritional control during international tours. Because elite sport is all about marginal gains, a 1% advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. And food is one of the easiest variables to control. What if shipments are delayed? What if ingredients aren't available? What if refrigeration systems fail? Teams prepare for these scenarios. Backup suppliers are identified. Alternative menus are created. Additional inventory is stored. Emergency plans are developed. because the cost of failure is enormous. Millions of fans are watching, years of preparation are at stake, and nobody wants a championship dream ruined by a bad meal. Fans see the goals, they celebrate the trophies, they remember the players. But behind every victory is an army of people working quietly behind the scenes. Nutritionists, chefs, suppliers, logistics experts, cold chain operators. Together, they create one of the most overlooked supply chains in sports. Because for elite footballers, food isn't just food, it's performance. And sometimes the road to the World Cup starts not on the pitch, but in the kitchen.